Welcome back, tech heads and gadget gurus, to another episode of Tech Times Daily, where we dive into the world of tech and everything related. I'm your host for today, Chris Short, and joining me as always is the ultimate tech head, Christian Tejedis. Christian, what's up, man? How's it going?
Good. How's everyone? How are you, Chris?
I'm good, man. Thanks. Uh, yeah, so I'm happy to say that today it's not an AI topic.
Yay.
Yeah, again, yeah, we're on a roll. Uh, Although there are some very interesting AI topics over at Tech Times right now, if you guys want to go check them out. One, actually, we talk about how um, they're using AI to, excuse me, to search for cosmic treasures in over 100 galaxies. Super interesting topic.
Very
If
useful.
Yeah, I mean, everyone becomes a billionaire, and then money means nothing, and we're all super poor.
Like, get ahead
You
of
know,
the galaxy economics.
yeah, be the richest planet in the galaxy, whatever that means.
Galaxonomics. Sounds like a
Yeah,
drug.
yeah, it
Something
does.
to clear your
Yeah,
bowels.
yeah.
Galaxonomics.
Galaxonomic, yeah. Shit, so much you start seeing stars.
Constipated beyond delirium. Like,
Yeah. But all right. This one though, but we will be kind of diving back into the politics on this one. This comes from Eno. Uh, so a meme lord wanted. Team Biden seeking meme manager for 2024 reelection campaign. Uh, yeah, the Biden campaign is actively seeking a meme lord. President Joe Biden's reelection effort took a surprising turn when a job advertisement for a partner manager, content, and meme pages tasked with supervising the online meme environment was released. It was reported that the position involves leading daily operations to interact with prominent content and meme platforms on the internet. It offers up to $85,000 a year.
mm,
Yeah, and in an
like,
era where digital communication reigns supreme, the concept of a professional meme curator might sound unconventional. Yet, in contemporary politics, online engagement stands on par with traditional grassroots efforts. Effectively tapping into digital communities has become imperative for political figures, offering the potential to sway millions of voters through viral content. Now, Christian,
yes, Chris.
um, do you first, a kind of just a generic question, do you think this will be effective? And how many anti-Trump memes? Because memes are basically the funny pages of the 21st century.
I can't even take this one seriously, in all honesty. Like, trolling pays now, right? This is basically it. Like, every troll in the world, there's gonna be applying for this job, and every troll, no matter how cringe they are, is gonna think they're the best. So what's the screening process for this, by the way?
You got to have blue hair. Your pronouns have to be something insane,
Like,
and
have
you
you
have to
checked
have a
if this is
smartphone.
actually confirmed and no one is actually trolling us with this news?
No, no, this is for real. This comes from yeah, this is real stuff.
I,
I
I
mean,
guess me,
I'm not surprised. This just goes to show Biden is not running anything because he don't know shit about memes.
I guess memes are another form of marketing now, rather than just for burning time.
Yeah, I mean, memes. I'm sure if you go to like shareability, memes are one of the memes get shared more than news articles. That's for sure.
Well, I think Drake can actually apply for this one if all the things actually blows over for him.
Yeah, maybe.
He's been claimed
Yeah,
to be the king of memes, right?
right.
He's up there with Biden just taking a picture. Like, I
Yeah,
think any photo of Biden and Trump are memeable completely. Just them standing up
so
actually is
much,
a miracle.
so much. Yeah, such memeable content from both of those guys. Like, I mean, is it? Do you think this is Biden jumping out?
No, I'm more concerned about them requiring a specialist for them since it's actually really easy to make memes about the opposition. Why do they need an expert for this?
Well, not necessarily an expert. They're just looking to hire somebody.
So the bar is that low.
Yeah, I mean, can you make a meme? Is
Yeah.
basically the thing. I'm sure there's a hiring process, of course, but like much like, here at Tech Times where, you submit previous works, uh, those type things. We want to kind of see what you're capable of. So I'm sure it's the same, but my my line of questioning though is more so based on the effectiveness of memes and what memes actually mean, right?
I
So
guess it would be effective for the culture that actually grew up with it, particularly I guess us that can actually
we,
understand, right? Better than the younger ones who can actually be offended by it. Like I'm very much interested to see the one who did Success Kid to actually do the memes. Do you
right.
remember that meme? Like there are meme generators across the internet that could do this job. Do they really have to hire someone?
Well, I guess they more of a manager, I guess, to see, what's effective, what's popular.
Like I know we reported this on Tech Times, but if I actually read this and never actually read the publication, I would think this is something from The Onion.
Yeah. Well, I have to take credit for this headline.
Good
I just
work.
feel like meme lord is just the best way to, that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
But how do memes influence public opinion and shape like cultural narratives in today's age, do you think?
Like in the previous elections, we've had this before, but has it ever actually shaped anyone's decisions back then? This blew
Like I
up.
said, it's like political. It's like the funny pages with the political commentary, right? Like even though it may not influence a group of people, it does kind of plant the seed, or you know, like it does have an impact, albeit maybe minute or even nano sized, but it does. I mean, that's why the funny pages are there.
I think this would be much more effective if, let's say, both candidates are on the stature of being elegant and
Mm,
actually serious. But the problem with this one is the meme actually just writes itself every time they're on camera.
right.
Even in pop culture, these two are actually, I think it's hard not to make fun of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, really the only president we've had that we couldn't make fun of, or not that we couldn't, but that was difficult, was Barack Obama. Like every
Yeah.
attempt at parody from him actually just made him cooler.
Yeah, because he knows how to roll with it. Like every
Yeah,
other, for the sake of Biden and Trump, they tried to avoid these stuffs by contesting it and making themselves so serious to the point that they're basically the ones parodying the meme.
right.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the meme becomes the reality and they become the parody.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, yeah, kind of like I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's like when they do some memeable shit, it's not even like, oh, what? It's like, oh, there we go. That's what we've been waiting for.
Because Obama actually never presented himself as someone you can make fun of. Like although he actually rolls with the punches regarding humor regarding him, he never
Mhm.
actually displays himself like a dimwit. He actually
Who's that?
carries himself. He never actually displayed himself in public like a dimwit, like
Who's that? I missed
Barack
who you said.
Obama.
Oh yeah, no, 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 not at all. No, he's very laid back, very personable, very relatable. I think probably the most relatable president we've ever had.
Do you think the
Beer
addition of the
and smoking
memes
cigarettes.
for a campaign policy? Because politicians want to be taken seriously, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or if there's a weapon out there that is being wielded against you,
yeah,
wouldn't you kind of want to take control of that weapon?
Yeah, spin the
I feel like they're
narrative.
kind of yeah, they're kind of jumping in front here, trying to, we'll create more memes, better memes than what you guys can do. And, kind of take over the meme space so that Biden doesn't fall victim, literally and figuratively.
I think one
Yes.
effective example I could think of regarding this is regarding memes regarding Putin and how badass he is.
Yeah.
Although in some cases he is, if you think about it, but that just furthered the agenda when it comes to these memes. Although humorous, people do take them seriously, like the Chuck
Mm,
Norris memes. Like we
I
don't
believe everything that I
necessarily
see.
you believe everything about Chuck Norris, right?
It's
Like
all true.
being bitten by a cobra and the cobra died after 3 days.
Yeah. He was born the day before the Nazis surrendered. Coincidence? I don't think so.
We take the word of a widower cobra, right?
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
yes,
think so. If we go back in time, right, back to like the original um, elephant donkey kind of cartoonish political commentary type thing. This is way back in the 40s, 50s. Um, basically a tangible meme. Um, it did shape people's opinion a little bit, or at least maybe lose a reverence for a certain politician or whatever. And nowadays, I feel like memes are just the same, although we get them in abundance.
yeah, but back then you're stating the things that we see in the funny papers, right? But
Mm,
back then there was a bit of satire built in it. But now it's just
right.
straight up humor. If you think about the memes that have been going out between these two,
Hmm.
right? So what was the intent regarding it? If you're gonna be slinging mud in your opponent, it would at least post negative to you because you are actually attracting more attention to him rather than to your campaign itself.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're trying to go pro Biden memes, like not necessarily anti-Trump, but pro Biden,
It,
like
it
maybe
has been
shirtless
proven
riding
that
a horse.
any politician jumping on a trend doesn't end well for them. You can ask Hillary Clinton for the answer for that question.
Oh God.
So this is basically just pandering at this point. Like just run your campaign as normally as you can. Try to get the attention of voters as much as you can. Remove the attention to your from your opponent.
Well, I think honestly, man, I think the Biden campaign, the whole Biden camp, I think they're in panic mode,
Yeah, because a lot of attention right now, and the timing is actually pretty bad on their end. Like indicting Trump at this point during an election year, you're just
bro.
giving him more cameras actually to be pointed in his direction.
Yeah, and you're kind of turning him into a martyr.
Yeah,
Like I know it's not
basically.
really it's not really a thing in our culture, but you are indirectly. And I mean, he even coined, and this is just how I don't want to say how good he is, but this is how um I'm talking about Trump. This is how diabolical he is, maybe is a good word to use. He's now coined the term lawfare, not warfare, lawfare.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually put it past him to coin a term because at the end of the day, no matter how bad he is at it, he's still a businessman. Like he
I
knows
mean,
how to sell himself. He
he
sold
does.
towers with missing floors just under his name. Like
I mean, yeah, the name means a lot.
like if you're gonna be going on the same route as he did with his campaign before, like what he did with Hillary, like mudslinging, using humor to actually
Hmm.
further your advantage. Biden was never known to be this. Just focus on your strength.
The thing is, Biden was never known to be anything. But his greatest accomplishment was being Obama's vice president.
Side chick.
Yeah, his side chick. Yeah, like he ran for president like two or three times before, back in the 80s, and every time like some plagiarism charges or something would pop up on him and it would kill his chances. Um, yeah, he's never been much. And this when he first took office, uh, they started doing the TikTok thing with all the gays in it. You remember that?
Yeah,
And then they
should have
hired
never
that
been done.
Should have never been done. It's complete. I don't want to go down this road on today's episode, but the interns or whoever the hell is in that is in that White House are a product of American colleges. Colleges that we see today, pro-Palestine, um, don't like freedom of speech. They almost killed poor what's her face from Kentucky, the swimmer, Raven, whatever her name is, Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines.
Yeah, they wanted to kill her. Like this is that group of people. That's that college, predominantly the university mentality nowadays in the U.S. These people graduate with this warped perception of what it is to be American. And now they're doing jobs in the White House. And that's why you have those things happening, like that weird ass Christmas thing, that Christmas TikTok they did that was it was the cringiest of the cringe. And then they hired that one person, Sam, whatever his name was, that was like arrested for stealing luggage from airports, which is bananas. And he was like bald headed and wear lipstick and dresses and stuff.
Just like an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Bro, it's it's just time after time after time after time. The people surrounding Biden misstep.
Yeah. You'd think they learned from Hillary's campaign.
You would
They're
think so.
actually battling the same opponent and they're still
Yeah,
doing what Hillary has done wrong back then.
yeah,
Like instead of you concentrating on your opponent, concentrate on where you can focus more on your voters. Like
yeah.
that's the main sin of Hillary actually. Trying to go head to head with a marketing savant. Let's just say
Mm,
I'm not gonna call him genius, but savant.
right, right. Where he's got a shitload of experience. So,
And someone with a ton of luck on his side every time.
yeah, that too.
Because the amount of things that he's done, he's extremely lucky to be getting away from the things that have happened. Not
Right.
getting away at this point, but at least given a bit of breathing room.
Mm.
So
And that's one thing that I've always said that I want from politicians is I don't care how bad this guy is, right? Don't tell me how bad one guy is. Tell me how great you are, right? Because I don't want to vote for someone I know nothing about just because I know everything shitty about this guy.
you know what I think regarding that and why they deem that as a much better strategy? Because there's a potential for them to actually lose the voters that they have if they actually speak their mind and what they want.
Yeah,
So I much rather divert your attention to the negative of these guys rather than me saying to you what I actually really want that would actually drive the current voters that I have away.
right.
Because the timing of this, asking for a meme lord, so to speak, with him actually removing TikTok in the US,
I
where
mean,
do memes actually reside now? In TikTok.
yeah, I mean, is it,
It's
is
hypocritical of him to actually consider this at this point.
are you throwing crumbs? Are you throwing $85,000 worth of crumbs
Yeah.
to the internet people?
Like he's already eliminated the medium where these memes can actually be propagated. Like,
Right.
and these are voting states that he's actually removing it from.
Well, and I one more question actually. Do you think it's a little too late? Too little, too late?
I think they should have never started. Like the issue with regards to politics now, it bleeds more into pop culture rather than just it being politics rather than policies. This time they're actually bringing in everything regarding pop culture. They would just be
Mm,
clinging on to the most popular stuff, making it even more cringe.
right, right. Well, here you go. I got you something here. You
Do you have a
asked
meme for me?
about you asked about skills and qualifications and things like that. So first, they're looking for or the responsibilities would be to cultivate and manage relationships with top digital media companies, podcasters, and meme pages. Work independently with external partners to identify and land engagement opportunities and manage them from beginning to end, which, okay, that's not bad. Engage internal teams and cross-functional partners to foster innovative, whatever that means, some jargon. Um, Preferred skills and qualifications. All right, here we go. This is the nuts and bolts here. 2 to 4 years in the video, media, and or entertainment industry, working with agencies, creators, or digital media companies. Reasonable. Deep expertise of the digital media landscape and capable of identifying internet trends and or opportunities for content. Exceptional creativity in content ideation and strategy development is a must. Work to ensure that all content aligns with campaign goals and audience interests. Fair enough. The ability to thrive in a fast-paced environment and can navigate I hate this word so much, ambiguity to achieve desired outcome.
So that is a key phrase
Experience,
there.
yeah,
Ambiguity.
ambiguity, right? Experience in contract negotiation is a plus, but not required. Ability to
Why would
stay
we want the
organized.
people to understand what we're saying?
Yeah. The ability to stay organized while managing multiple projects, moving at different speeds in a deadline-driven environment, and you are willing to relocate to Wilmington, Delaware.
What's in Delaware?
Biden. I guess
His
should be
house?
working like side by side with his little group, his handlers.
You know, the best advice he can actually get is actually from his grandkids. Like, granddad, please stop. I think that's the
Yeah.
best advice he could have gotten.
Well, they're offering 65 to $85,000 a year. So this is okay. Like I said, right? I made the joke earlier, and it was just a joke, but it's a half joke because the funniest jokes are based in truth.
Yeah.
Um, with the blue hair and the pronouns and shit. First line of the fine print. Biden for president, which is the campaign group, right? Not Biden per se. It's the campaign team or whatever. Requires all employees to be up to date on COVID-19 vaccination status and prescribed by the CDC as a condition of employment, as described, unless otherwise prohibited by applicable law. If you seek reasonable accommodation in relation to the campaign's COVID-19 policy, you should speak to the HR department prior to reporting to an office location. Biden for president is committed to diversity among its staff and recognizes that its continued success requires the highest commitment to obtaining and retaining a diverse staff that provides the best quality services for its constituents. The campaign is an equal opportunity. I mean, that's just,
Yeah,
I
at
don't know
this
if it's
point,
copy paste, but Jesus, fuck
like
man.
what I think at this point is actually they're just gonna be removing the option of replacing Kamala Harris for VP, and they're still pushing through with this.
I mean, she's the your quintessential DEI hire.
Like, she's the vacuum of charisma when it comes to these campaigns.
Oh
Like,
God.
yeah, I know she has some achievements, but for your party, if you're gonna be trying to win, at least take the hit,
Yeah,
make the ultimate sacrifice just for a win. Like, I understand the party actually agrees that this win is actually pretty significant for the people at that point. But if you're
mm,
gonna be spouting that into the ether, like, at least commit to it. Like, make some sacrifices.
right.
But betting on memes to actually carry your campaign, like, the qualifications you've given me are all the qualifications of people that have no time to create memes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is for I feel like, this is a troll's wet dream,
Basically, these
right?
trolls actually moved on to better careers.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that do memes, that make memes and stuff, and some of them are pretty good. I just find
Some
it
of them,
odd.
but this is something that's just shared between your friends.
Yeah, for the
It's just
most
a
part, yeah, this
pastime.
is
And there's no, like, if Drake can actually do it, anyone can.
Well, Drake probably has a team too, but I doubt he's making $85,000 a year.
Yeah, he might want to apply for this one because considering his
Yeah.
music career is almost dead now. Might be a good start for his political career.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy a good meme, man, as much as the next guy.
Yeah, no one said it's not enjoyable, but the thing is, if you
Right.
mix it with real life events, real life issues, would anyone take you seriously if you have something, a significant policy that needs to be approved, or a significant vote that you want to get?
Right.
I understand Obama actually does lean on social media that much, but it never actually painted him into a weird light.
Well, he was very early into social media. I think he may have been even pre-meme. You know what I mean?
2000, when was his first campaign? Was it 2010,
Probably
right?
six.
2010,
No, he was president in 2008.
2008, right? I forgot.
So probably like six, couple years
Yeah,
before he started campaigning.
there were memes back then. Like
Yeah, but it wasn't like today. Like I remember in 2000, the end of 2006, probably. I had just learned that you could listen to almost any song on YouTube. Like I wasn't even on YouTube like that back then.
yeah,
So, it's in the last 16 years, it's everybody's on social media now. I didn't even have a Facebook in 2006.
it's a bit weird for the government to be doing this, particularly the White House, since they're actually criticizing social media or actually leaning on either sides, and that they're going to be leveraging something like this.
Well, you want a perfect analogy?
Give me.
It's it's the same politicians that want to ban guns but have armed security.
We all can't get Jackie Chan or Jet Li for a security detail.
You know what I mean? Like it says, "Oh, social media is terrible. We got to do this. We got to do that." And it's like also, "Oh, we're going to use it as well." You know what I mean? They do the same thing with guns. They do the same thing with drugs.
Like at
It's
this
always
point,
the same song and dance.
I feel like everyone's actually desperate when it comes to the left, that they're trying to MacGyver their way out of this one.
Yeah, they're they are treading water at this point. Like
They're just trying to
they're just
MacGyver
skipping
this way, their way out of whatever they've done over the past 4 years. Like they've been flip-flopping over everything. Every
everything.
decision that they made actually is questionable for their own sake.
Yeah,
Like we did consider, like we set an example regarding the TikTok ban and the banning of the Chinese stuff in
right.
regards to security. Like on an election year,
Mm,
like if we're gonna be questioning the right regarding Supreme Court justice picks at an election year, there's steps that the Democrats are taking right now that the government is taking should also be questioned
mm.
on whether they're still sane.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that question is asked quite regularly. Is are they sane? Because it seems like I know that I've said this before, but it seems like every decision is just wrong. This
If
decision, I mean, why wouldn't you? Right? Like it's just another tool in the toolbox.
you're moving away from the political front of this, can you see this job position opening up to tech companies?
Mm, that's interesting. Like you go from, right, we talked about like getting AI specific jobs and things now, but
Yeah,
would a meme, I mean, does that fall into the JD of a social media manager? Like would that be
I
part,
think that already exists, right?
right? Yeah.
Not to the extent of dare to be stupid.
Hmm. I mean, memes are actually when we were running that travel agency, uh I created memes as a form of advertisement.
Yeah, it's basically just advertising, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you slap your logo on there and you have a clever meme, take maybe a trending meme and the image or whatever and tweak it to fit your business and slap your logo on there. It's just as effective as a billboard on the side of the highway, if
Yeah,
not
but
more.
it's but Yeah, for travel agencies, yes. But for a multi-million dollar political campaign, probably billions, would you bet your entire house on one meme?
Mm, what I bet, what is 85,000 divided by 12? What what I bet this much like per month?
Like 85,000 now. The cost of it is
About
you take the
7,000 a
entire
month.
value of your home at 85,000. Like that's the entire value of it.
Well, that's the thing too. Like they're not paying for it. Campaign donations will pay for it. But and let's be honest, the
Yeah,
job
another
isn't for an entire year. The job is until January of next year, maybe. Right? And
yeah,
when Trump gets sworn in, because Biden's about to get mollywopped. No amount of memes or gifs or D nothing, I don't think. Other than another couple criminal trials, maybe throw him in jail. Nothing's gonna help Biden at this point. He's surrounded
yeah.
by idiots.
Hopefully, yeah, for the sake of those that gave campaign contributions to the Biden camp, I hope this actually works for them.
I hope it. No, I don't, because honest to God,
Otherwise,
Biden.
at least the bar for me is at least we get some good memes out of this.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
Like
As a
if they're
connoisseur,
gonna be paid, they're gonna be paid 85,000 to do one meme. It better be more than just making me chuckle a bit.
oh, I'm sure. No, I'm sure that 85K is one of. They're going to be pumping out memes like a Russian bot farm.
Yeah. What the
Yeah,
election would actually show us is whether which of the candidates actually learned their lessons, because this is not their first rodeo.
true, true. Uh, well, might be Biden's last rodeo for sure.
First time in years when two experienced politicians are actually vying for the same position. Like both have become presidents. In terms of resumes, they're actually pretty equal.
Yeah. Well,
At least on the job position they're trying to fill.
yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. Biden has the edge on that. Actually, he's been in politics for 100 million years, but that
These are
his edge is also his downfall because it's like you've been there for 100 million years. You ain't really done nothing. So, and then you were president for 4 years, and now you need 4 more years to do what? Because you haven't done any of this.
like, does he
I
still
know.
need 4 more years to find the White House bathroom? Like,
No, he's got a diaper now. He's not worried about the bathroom anymore.
is that why he keeps falling downstairs now? Can't
I
ride a bike
mean, it's
because of
just
the
time.
bends.
It's just time to go back to Wilmington and just relax, bro, for the last 10 or 15 years or however many more you have. Just relax.
I figured this election year, like with all the meme stuff, would have been much more apropos with younger candidates actually.
I'd like to see some nice Vivek memes.
Yeah, who was the Asian one before? Was it
Uh oh, I can
who
see his face.
wanted to provide $1,000 for every family?
I can see his face.
Andrew
Uh
Andrew something.
Andrew
Andrew
Yang.
Yang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where is he now? Like him, I can see doing this.
right.
I could probably picture him doing this. Like, where are the new bloods? Why are we getting the 1,000 year old cobras now? Like, not even cobras, turtles.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's I just find it interesting, like in a broader scale, the president of the United States is relying on, or not relying, is looking for our jackass friend that makes memes. You know what I mean? It's like the special ed version of a white hat hacker.
Yeah, there needs to be a change regarding the candidates. Hopefully, this is the last time the US actually experiences this slump. when it comes to viable options for leaders. Like, but if you look at the current roster that they have now for the next elections after this one, can you see anyone actually picking up the baton for both
Nah,
parties, at least?
I don't know. I think
That wouldn't lean on internet trends to actually make a point.
I don't think so, man. I think internet and social media is so powerful right now that, you know, it just doesn't make sense to not try to maximize it.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm thinking you should just remove from the Constitution the 35-year-old entry fee for being a president there, because I've never heard of the U.S. actually utilizing it, like just having a 35 to 40-year-old actually take up the presidency.
Right.
That's why I'm asking, are there any young bloods there that could actually take over these two?
Um, I mean, there's a couple. I like Tulsi Gabbard. She's
This is
young.
good.
I like Vivek. I think he's a little too skewed maybe on some things in my opinion, but I'm no expert in anything. I do really like Tulsi. Anybody else? Anybody from the Democrat side? I mean,
I guess
Gavin
it would be,
Newsom. Gavin Newsom looks the part, but
yeah.
they're all fucking psychopaths on that side. I don't. I mean, he was just bragging about California. California is a terrible place to live. You take the most beautiful state in America with the most potential, the most money, and you run it into the ground.
Yeah, Vivek is a good candidate, I think. But the problem with the current politicians that we have is they're all too stupid to use codes,
Yeah,
which would have worked well with the memes, by the way.
right. I mean, there's some
But
potential out there, I guess. I'm hoping for some like
hey,
superstar to like come shooting out of somewhere.
maybe this would spawn new industry, right? Tech
Yeah,
companies bringing in meme lords to actually do their advertising. But then again, can we ever take anything seriously now after that?
I mean, for our audience, I think this is good news, right? Because obviously this is a tech-based podcast, and the people that watch this, I would almost, I'm willing to bet that a large percentage of our viewership are meme lords.
Yeah, they are. They should be.
They should be. If not, study up and contact Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. At least I think this is one way that Biden is actually taking care of the unemployment, right?
Yeah, at least he's doing something.
Oh,
But yeah. Well, all right, man. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, why not? Hell, if nothing else, it sets a precedent, right? Like this is maybe the first time, but it's you know, it's all right. We'll see
I
how it
wish
goes.
I wish they get Disaster Girl actually, at least an OG to do the job.
Somebody, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, but all right. Well, that wraps it up for today's edition of Tech Times Daily. Now tune in tomorrow for more cutting edge updates and insightful discussions on the latest in technology. Until then, stay curious, stay connected. For Christian Tejedis, I'm Chris Short. See you next time.